Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Alex Goldschmidt, official commentator and presenter for the Bambino Kart Club. We're here at the 2018 Autosport International Show and we're at the Bambino Kart Club stand here in Hall 6 at stand number 6702, and again I'm joined by our founder and championship coordinator, Darren Beavers. Happy New Year.
And you, good to see you.
You too as well. Now we're just under a month away from the official test day at Whilton Mill. A quick brief rundown of the calendar. We've got Whilton Mill on the 12th of February. We've then got the opening round the following month, March 11th, and 1st of April, Easter weekend, we head to Cheshire Park.
Yeah.
Then it's Rowra, I believe, for the May Bank Holiday weekend.
Double header.
Yeah. But also we have the traditional dad's race during the weekend. Now
at Rowra.
Rowra.
Yeah.
Now, Darren, that's a really good fun way to bring the family, but also that little bit of dad competitive spirit. And we were talking a few weeks ago. You said I won't be at all surprised if someone tries to spit me out at turn one.
Oh, every year. It's something we've done every year in BKC. Traditionally, always at Rowra. Malcolm that runs Rowra, great guy. He's got a new fleet of corporate karts. Most years he updates his stuff every year, and obviously we go there for the BKC Championship. But what we do traditionally is on the Saturday night, all the dads get together and we have the annual dads race, and all the kids love it because they all stand out on the sort of sidelines, the grandstand, the spectator areas, and they all sort of watch how the parents should be showing them how it's done. But 9 times out of 10 it's the kids are showing the dads what to do.
Now let's talk about a specific award.
Okay.
That your championship has just received. You got handed the award last night, the Downforce UK Awards.
Yeah.
The Bambino Kart Club, officially Downforce UK's 2017 karting series of the year.
Yeah.
I bet you were proud as punch when we announced it live on air, and then you got to pick up the trophy just a week later, my friend.
Yeah, no, brilliant. I mean, obviously, I heard it live on air, I think it was last Saturday.
Yeah.
I was at the Shillington Awards with my son, and we watched this and we heard about this. And obviously yesterday, here at Autosport, got invited over to the stage where you did it all, and it was nice to see such a big crowd there watching the Downforce UK Awards, and to get called up on stage and speak, and a big round of applause. It really means a lot to win karting series of the year, especially who we was up against. You know, I mean, we was up against some of the good championships that have been going longer than we have.
Let's take into consideration that we're just across from Super 1. Rye House Pro Kart Series as well, one that I've commentated on in 2017 as well. But you know, to have that award, that's a great run into what's going to be looking at a very positive 2018. I hear that grid sizes are blooming. We have got international interest as well. I think, what was it we were talking the other day? Belgium and Italy are showing signs that we might see a karter or two.
That's right. Yeah, on one of the trade days here earlier this weekend, had a few guys over, a couple of guys from Belgium and a couple of guys from Italy. 2 total separate occasions. I think one came over Thursday, another came over Friday, and they've got little kids that race out in their country, but they're looking at coming over here because obviously the Bambino racing in the UK is a lot more competitive and a lot more bigger grids we get in this country to what they're used to back home. So one guy, I've checked my emails, one guy's already signed up, and another guy is coming out. Another guy's going to email me Monday, and we're going to go through everything. So let's talk about the championship prizes that are on offer in 2018. Coma Bambino. Now this is worth over £2,000. An Iami M1 Bambino engine, a set of Hyderno, which is our official tyre supplier, slick tyres, a free registration into Iami Bambino for 2019 in BKC, and also a day's driver coaching with the Fusion Motorsport outfit at Whilton Mill. Then we go to the Iami Bambino. Now, if you remember Joseph Katsantonis, who took the O-Plate, who took the overall title and also won the 2017 London Cup, which I had the privilege of commentating on. I've spoken with Andy and Joseph a couple of days ago. They're really looking forward to getting their teeth into Intercup. They know it's going to be a steep curve. And I tell you what, I'm sure that Joseph will be very prepared, as I think Darren would agree with me on that. But
The iArmy Bambino prize is worth over £3,500. Synergy Honda or iArmy Cadet rolling chassis for the next season. Set of Heidenau Cadet slick tyres. Free registration into BKC Interkart for 2019. Again, a day's driver coaching with Fusion Motorsport at Whilton Mill. But then we go to the big boys, the Interkart boys, the championships. The prizes are worth over £6,500. That's immense, considering the amount of backing that we've got from our great sponsors at Bayliss and Harding, KKC, J. Edgar and Sons, iArmy Synergy, and also SM&S. Thanks to our good friend Mr. James Rudman. I hope you're enjoying yourself in Dubai, my friend. Interkarts, Synergy iArmy or Honda Cadet rolling chassis, iArmy Gazelle or Honda Cadet MSA engine, a set of MSA Dunlop tyres, an ARCS test at Whilton Mill, and then all 4 rounds at the PF International Winter Series with either Fusion Motorsport or Cutting Edge Racing. Now I know Cutting Edge Racing boys are, say for example Harry Cook, Josh Agenbar, Josh Patch as well. Harry Thompson was with them, and this chap won the Rotax World Finals and is now signed to the Red Bull Junior program. That's immense. I mean, Darren, that's great. That's fantastic for these youngsters.
Yeah, we get so much support off of the big names, like you said, Fusion, Cutting Edge, KKC. Obviously, Fusion are the pinnacle team in iArmy Cadet Racing. Cutting Edge are a top running team in Honda Cadet Racing. So, depending on what route our winning driver wants to go, depends on what team we push them to. I mean, the sort of idea is the kids come into us at a young age, they do the Bambino class, they do that important first year of cadet racing. Because MSA cadets is such a big gap, you're doing it from 8 years old all the way through to 13, your first year, in my opinion, is pretty much a waste of time. You come in to BKC as a Bambino, you stay in for your first year, your 8-year-old, 9-year-old year in cadets. You learn to drive the bigger karts, the more speed, and then at the end of that year, you continue to win trophies throughout that year. Or at the end of that year, once you've done year 1 in your new cadet kart, you'll then be ready to join the big boys on the 8 to 12, 8 to 13-year-old, then on to Super 1 LGM. So the prize we're going to give you at 8 years old or 9 years old when you've done your first year with us is we're going to feed you into Super 1 Series, the LGN Series, in with a great team, being Fusion Motorsport if you're iArmy, Cutting Edge if you're Honda. So I've been there with my son and we went straight into LGM at 8 years old, so I know from experience how hard it actually is. So this is more of a feeder class. Come and win trophies, enjoy yourself, and then we'll give you a prize to go and do it with the big ones.
Which also helps in terms of alleviating budget concerns. As you well know, as a racing parent, your son Bradley, who was in contention for Kart Racer of the Year, didn't make the top 10, but I tell you what, it was good to see that he was one of those guys that was nominated, and that must have been quite a proud moment for you as a dad, but also just because it's very much a family-run thing. I mean, he stays with you pretty much full time. With you.
Yeah, Buddy lives with me, and he was here yesterday helping out on the stand and giving leaflets out. He loves it.
Now, we've also got an interesting couple of developments we need to talk about.
Yeah.
Some things that, one of which has actually come about this weekend. Very exciting news, because you guys are going to love this. But we've also had a development in terms of the Pool Engine Championships, where we've had a bit of a backing come through from a company. Just tell us about how that came around.
Yeah, so we got a call from Mark Stansfield. Comes from a go-kart racing background himself. Used to race in the Superkart Championship. Superkart stands just behind us here, actually, and he's now racing on the circuits doing car racing. But he basically got in touch and said that he likes the idea of what we're doing with the Pool Engine Championship, where it's not all about the big wallets winning. You can't buy your way to the front from purchasing big engines. So because it was fair, everyone's on the same engine, Mark very, very kindly decided to sponsor the championship through his company A&F Sprinklers. He gave just before Christmas, I believe it was. He gave everybody, people who was already registered, people who are not yet registered, people who can't afford to register. He gave them the opportunity to email in, and he went through the emails and he's picked. I think I've had a few contact me already because he sent his replies out in the new year, and I think he sponsored up to 10 drivers, like 50% of their registration cost to the BKC. So thanks to Mark for that, really, really big support.
Now also, for those wanting to not have the inconvenience, let's say, of having to buy your own car, having to buy your own engine, having to fork out costs, there is an arrive and drive package through our very good friends, well, actually pretty much aligned with us, at Synergy. So you get free helpful advice, it's ideal for those coming overseas, and I think we've been talking not just from Europe, I think we're further afield. I think Singapore was one of the...
Had a gentleman in touch from Singapore, some races out there, and he's looking to come to the UK to race. No contracts or nothing have been signed yet, but he's expressed a lot of interest in coming along and doing the full championship. I was sort of at first offering him to come over and do the odd guest round, of course, but he was talking more along the lines of coming and doing the whole thing. So from that perspective, if you're overseas, we've had a lot of drivers sign up to it from Ireland because it suits them. Instead of having to drive their equipment over, pay ferry costs, diesel costs, they literally can just hop on a cheap Ryanair EasyJet fly into us. We'll have the BKC Synergy backed awning there. There's the use of a brand new Synergy kart. The engines are pulled anyway, so you collect your engine, you use your brand new Synergy kart, and you work within the BKC team awning, where we have 2 members of staff who are very experienced in the Bambino and Cadet classes, and they'll help you sprocket choices, tyre pressures, even the fiddly carburation that with the Miami M1 Bambino engine, everybody knows how fiddly it is to get the carburation set right. So you can pay in what I feel is a good price to just have a hassle-free weekend.
And that starts from just £495. That is incredible value, and thanks to the hard work that Darren and the entire BKC team have put in over the years, it just shows how much interest there is in Bambino Kart Club for 2018. But we've had some very interesting news, and I'll give you guys the lowdown because I was in talks with Motorsport.tv's very own host of the Flying Lap, Peter Windsor, renowned F1 journalist, also worked with the likes of Nigel Mansell, Keke Rosberg, Nelson Piquet at Williams during the 80s and the 90s. But Peter has a 6-year-old son by the name of Jack, who's got a pretty good golf swing, and Peter and I met on Thursday evening, and Motorsport.tv will be coming to visit us on the official test day, and Darren is going to be doing a half-hour session one-on-one with Jack. It's exciting times that we're going to be hopefully, well, Peter's a bit sceptical because he doesn't want to get Jack away from his golf swing, which for a 6-year-old is pretty good, but I think for us as a championship, that's a pretty huge development in terms of getting the Bambino Kart Club and Interkart Championships name out there, because there's already a big following. We've got over 1,000 members in our group, but just 1,300 and climbing. But for you as a man that's a few years ago wanted to get a 5-year-old out of the kart track to Whilton, and it never happened. But through
it was difficult back then, it's a lot easier now.
But through perseverance, the Bambino Kart Club is coming along, peaks and troughs, and for 2018, Darren, we're looking forward to one hell of a season, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Absolutely. Like you said, with Motorsport.tv, looking forward to having them come along to the test day. I'll work with Jack for an hour or so during the lunch break, and looking forward to getting him out on track for his first ever go on the wheel of a kart.
Well, thank you very much for your time as always, Darren. No problem. Darren Beavers, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd like to thank our Championship Coordinator and founder at the BKC, Darren Beavers, for his time at the recent 2018 Autosport International Show held at the hallowed halls of the NEC at Birmingham. course, Bambino Kart Club has been recognised by Downforce UK as the 2017 Karting Series of the Year against very, very stern competition, but well deserved by this very high-flying championship that is gaining prominence, especially from overseas, as we discussed during the preview that you just saw. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 Bambino Kart Club and Interkart Championships get underway with the official pre-season test day on February 12th at Whilton Mill. We then have a very exciting calendar as well. We go back to Whilton Mill for the first of 10 rounds, with each driver opting to take their 8 best scores towards their final tally at the end of the season. Also, we go to Whilton Mill for round 1 on the 11th of March. Then it's Houghton Park in Cheshire for the 1st of April, and there will be no falls, as I said in the preview just last December. We also got Rowrah, which is the May bank holiday double-header on the 6th and 7th of May with the annual Dad's Race, and I'm looking forward to commentating on that one. Then we've got Lydd down in the far southeast, not too far from the White Cliffs of Dover for round 5, which marks the halfway point of the championship. Then we go a bit further afield, starting with Gleneagles on the 1st of July. And then it's a trip to Northern Ireland, to Nuts Corner for the 29th of July. Then also Larkhall on the 2nd of September, after a bit of a summer break for the kids, because even they need holidays as well. That's round 8. Then it's the penultimate round of the championship. We head to the Vale of Glamorgan in South Wales, to Llandau on the 23rd of September. Then it is off to Leicestershire, to Fulbeck, a short drive from PF International, for the 14th of October, where the 2018 Bambino Kart Club and Interkart Championships will conclude. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you will be able to listen live and uninterrupted, and also get a free download out of the bargain from our broadcast partners at Downforce UK, the nation's motorsport station, with myself, Alex Goldschmidt, as lead commentator. I will also be presenting the forthcoming YouTube videos, so we will be putting as many races, if not all of them, up on the YouTube channel. Also, there's some developments with regards to championships joining alongside us for 2018. We have the National Kart Cup joining us for not only the test day on the 12th of February, but we also have them accompanying us from Whilton Mill to Gleneagles before they go their separate ways for the final round of their championship. Also, when we head to Nuts Corner on the 29th of July, those famed karts of the 1990s, the F100s, join our schedule as well. So on behalf of myself, Alex Goldschmidt, Darren Beavers, Championship Coordinator and founder of the Bambino Kart Club, and the entire Bambino Kart Club team, we look forward to seeing you on February 12th, Whilton Mill in Daventry.